like us, is alive. You don't have to venture far from our cities and towns. Just slow down and go back to nature.
So refreshing.
You may know me as an actor and descendant of Arundel and Dyarubbin people, but nature is my medicine. Holly's a writer.
They have that mythic fairy tale quality.
Whose inspiration is the magic of the natural world. Come with us to Dyarubbin, river country, where the red gums dance and the sandstone speaks.
Oh, Aaron.
Oh, wow, there it is.
Here we embrace life's ebb and flow. We meet a writer whose deep love of plants inspires her creative practice, and an artist who introduces us to the powerful ancestral spirit, Bayami.
Has nature ever inspired you to create? Mother Nature can open us up to new ways of sensing and understanding ourselves. Just 1 hour north of Sydney, we glide along the creeks of Dyarubbin, the Hawkesbury River. On the southern bank, we visit Upper Gledhill Falls and Muogamarra Nature Reserve. We then head north to Devines Hill and Bulgandry Aboriginal Art Site.
First Nations people have lived here for at least 50,000 years. And they lived through some incredible changes to the landscape. Around 12,000 years ago, far less water ran through here. The ice caps melted and sea levels rose, flooding the valley. People made rock carvings and paintings. Over 1,500 art sites have been found here, making it one of the largest art galleries in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
These hand stencils were probably made while standing in a canoe at high tide. Ground ochre was mixed with water, then blown from the mouth.
Really makes my mind expand thinking about time and people and stories.
It shows these people had a connection to land and that the land had a connection to them. And it's one continuous connection that's unbroken.
Looking around, Mother Nature is an artist here too. The way that the rocks are sculpted, the colours of the sandstone, the weathering, the honeycomb and caramel. It's a living art gallery. Best art gallery in the world, I reckon.
Best art gallery in the world, and no cover charge.
First Nations people had many names for this river. One of those names, Dyarubbin, survives. Dyarubbin is famed for its breadth, its tides and its flow, but also for what might lie beneath, including a river monster. The Newcastle Sun, Thursday, the 28th of August, 1924. Mr. W.J. Riley reports. While walking along the terrace at midday, we were attracted by something in the river beneath. In a deep hole. We looked down and saw a big ugly thing of yellowish or sandy colour. It was not a pleasant-looking animal. And I certainly should not care to be in the water and have it after me.
I'm still sceptical because I haven't seen it yet. So, like, this is Australia's Loch Ness monster, is it?
Yeah, I guess it's one of those fascinations with water and what else might lurk apart from those of us on it.
You mean water?
No, what's in the depths? What's in the depths?
Yeah, there's probably one living in the river, but it's probably dead, in bones.
Maybe it's a ghost.
Maybe it's a ghost. Oh. Hey, what's that?
No, don't. Don't do that.
There's these dark shadows in the water. Hey, what's that?
No, don't. Don't. Stop it.
Hey, what's that? What's that shadowy thing? All right, well, we should get going.
Okay, I'm not going to
Sitting
argue
here
on that one.
only makes us a target.
Hey, what's that?
It nearly worked. Nearly worked.
Nearly worked.
Yeah, I know.
It nearly worked.
Many First Nations people have cared for this land, including the Darkinjin, Eora, Awaba and Darug. They knew that the plants, animals and fish that live here are kin.
Oh, Aaron. Right there.
Oh, wow, there it is.
There it is.
It's a fish and a jellyfish, it looks like. So it's pointing out that there are fish in the area and that's the type of food that you'll find here.
So it's art and it's story and it's kindness.
Yeah, come on. Imagine this place thousands of years ago with all the people. Or maybe, let's say, 300 years ago. You know, living, laughing. Yeah, just living in harmony with this place.
And as dusk gathers, it's really easy to imagine families coming together, building fires, canoes coming in on the water, maybe some nice fish for dinner, laughter, stories.
Reflection of the day.
Reflection of the day.
And just this mass of water. I mean,
Yeah, everything's connected by the river.
amazing body of water.
We glide to the south bank of Dyarubbin and climb to higher ground. Within the Ku-ring-gai Chase National Park is Upper Gledhill Falls.
Pretty magical place.
There it is. It's like one big water feature.
It reminds me of all the stories that I used to read as a little girl, like Snugglepot and Cuddlepie and Tiddalik the Frog. And in those stories, waterholes were places of really important gathering, and it was this place of great significance.
Want to go check it out?
Let's go and check it out. You going to swim? Not committing? Non-committal?
Non-committal.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Being near free-flowing water as beautiful as this, I'm always drawn to get in. I want to be brought out of my head and into my body. In water, I feel like I can let go. I can be open to the world around me and let my imagination just drift.
Whenever I put pen to paper, I always draw a tree. Always. They aren't straightforward. They have so much depth. Sketch something beautiful in nature. A tree, a river, mountain. Don't worry if it's good. Just concentrate on how being there makes you feel. Take a photo and share it with us at #BackToNatureAU.
Moving inland towards Mooney Mooney is Muogamarra Nature Reserve. Muogamarra comes from the Awabakal dialect. It means preserve for the future.
I love so much how nature is its own art gallery.
Yeah, it's
You know,
impressive.
And I think Judith Wright, one of Australia's great poets, for me, she captured the mystery of these scribbly gums when she wrote that the scribbles are the written tracks of a life I cannot read. The scribbles are caused by moth larvae that burrow into the bark. So the tree and the moth have a whole kind of endless cycle of making art and life together.
It's beautiful.
The bushland near Dyarubbin attracts many artists and travellers. It's a beautiful place to rest and find inspiration. Georgina Reid is a writer who lives below Muogamarra. She believes nature has immense gifts to offer us, and that we have gifts to offer nature in return.
How do you feel amongst the family of trees?
I'm at home. Yeah, definitely at home. Doesn't matter where I am. Doesn't matter what part of the country, I think. It's just being with trees is home.
It really feels like trees are kin.
They're living beings and they're family. I like the way the plants and the land and the animals kind of bend and move around each other.
And belong to each other?
Belong to each other, yeah.
And those ideas of the gifts that we can give to nature, what do you think they are?
I think the gift we can give is our presence and our attention and our care that underpins that. I've been writing some poems about the river, this river that I live on, Hawkesbury. The narrow dirt path winds through the trees. Clumps of she-oak bind themselves to the riverbank, guiding her along the track. Solitary gums stand tall, the sinuous curves of their orange and grey bodies moving to mysteries only they know.
Who is one of your favourite nature poets?
Mary Oliver's probably my favourite. One of her pieces that I always think of that, accompanies me as I wander around. It's instructions for living a life. Pay attention, be astonished, tell about it. What else is there?
That's enough.
It's like 7 words maybe, and it says pretty much everything. That's what I aspire to.
It's beautiful.
We cross the river from the south bank to the north and enter Dyarubbin National Park. This is Devine's Hill, a walking track that was once part of the Great North Road. This creation was not about art or storytelling. This was about industry and utility. From 1826 to 1836, the Great North Road was built by some 5,000 convicts. It was a grand feat of engineering. Convict gangs excavated the earth using picks, sledgehammers, and gunpowder. Culverts and retaining walls were constructed so the road wouldn't flood or collapse. It was back-breaking work. For First Nations people, the road was a scar cut through country.
Imagine what they were thinking. The convict gangs, the explosions, the muskets. Well, they were distressed and terrified at what they were seeing. You know, this is their mother. It's their very being. And it was obvious, the Waifalas, they were building their dream. And the Darug, well, their dreams are being shattered.
Near the top of Devine's Hill is a rock shelter called Hangman's Rock. The convicts who worked here were re-offenders. Many were whipped by the guards and forced to wear painful leg irons. Some were chained together, working relentlessly through the heat of the day. This was punitive labour. For those serving life sentences, there was little hope, just hardship. Those who were not condemned held on to the hope that one day they would be set free.
Ten years into its construction, the Great North Road was abandoned. Other routes north of Sydney had been established. 260 kilometres of road had been built, but it would never be finished. And the land would never be the same.
You can do Nayania Baraya, Nayania Manania, Manania, Manania. You can do Nayania Baraya, Nayania Manania, Manania, Manania. Panel Gadangulang, Panel Gadangulang. Panel Gadangulang. You can do Nayania Baria, Nayania Manania, Manania, Manania. You can do Nayania Baria, Nayania Manania, Manania, Manania. Panel Gadangulang, Panel Gadangulang. Panel Gadangulang. Yamma, welcome Holly and Aaron. We welcome you here on behalf of our community to our beautiful lands in Darkinjung country. So Yamma, Yamma,
Yamma.
Gavi Duncan is a Gomeroi man with bloodline connection to the Mandindangi and Awaba people. He works to protect Darkinjung Awaba culture. The carvings at Bulgandri Aboriginal Place depict a powerful ancestral spirit who created life on Earth.
So this amazing figure is Bayami. And Baya, the first part of the word in Bayami, means to create. We have this religious belief, spiritual belief, that Bayami came from the morning star in the Mirrabooka. Mirrabooka in language here too means Milky Way. Mirror means stars and Booka means river. We call that the river of life as such. So our people believe that, you know, life was brought here, we were made of this earth, and so our ancestral beings, which Bayami created us from, the plants, the animals, the birds, all the creatures of the earth itself, you know, coming from the land and from the sky.
I mean, what's beautiful about the ancestors and what they've left is these depictions of their lives and their world.
Yes, and also our religious ways too, and how we treated ourselves, our people, and the environment, how we all link together as one.
Nearby is an Aboriginal place called Warriwarra. This was a permanent camp and ceremonial place for generations of people.
It's profoundly moving to see the different sizes of hands, like the child hands and then the adult hands.
So when we come here and we bring our community to places like this, you know, we feel that the old people are here. They're here watching us. They're right here with us and listening to us, basically sitting with us here. And, you know, their presence is, you know, something that you can really feel.
Oh, totally. The whole family's here.
Truly is a family cave.
Oh,
And,
proper gathering place.
yeah, yep.
This river nurtures so much life that people that aren't. The spirit of this place, it's immense. As we're on the river, oysters are the perfect choice. I love oysters served with a mignonette dressing and warrigal greens. Chop an echalot and pop it in a jar with a splash of Shiraz vinegar, white vinegar and ground white pepper. Pop the warrigal greens into gently boiling water until they brighten in colour. Add a drizzle of olive oil and as much or as little dressing as you like. Squeeze some lemon. It's an incredible way to end a day on the river.